So let us continue with chapter 2, relationship between banker and the customer. So the customer relationship, it begins when an account is opened in the bank. Then the relationship that exists is transactional relationship. And also we can classify the relationship into two: general relationship, special relationship. General relationship means the relationship between the bank and customer as debtor, creditor. Okay. And it changes based on the deposits as well as loans provided. Then special type of relationship, we know principal and agent, pledger and pledgee, lessor, lessee, bailer, bailee, hypothecator, hypothecatee, then trustee, beneficiary, advisor, and client. These are the special type of relationship. And then miscellaneous relationship, it is as a custodian, then as a guarantor. Okay. Now, how does the relationship comes to an end? How do we terminate relationship between a banker and the customer? Then again, special type of customers. Who are the special type of customers? Minor is a special type of customer. Lunatic, drunkard, married woman, illiterate persons, partnership firm. It is also a customer, special type of customer. Then company. All companies are registered under the Companies Act 2013. Then what to do? How should an account be opened with the bank by a company? They'll have to submit the important documents such as memorandum of association, articles of association, and also certificate of incorporation. Then trust account. How is a trust account maintained in the bank? Remember all that? And Hindu undivided family. Did you all check this movie in the net? Anyone? Nobody? Nobody checked about this movie in YouTube, in Google? Okay. Okay. Then that is joint Hindu family business. Then joint account holders, joint account. And there is a term either or survivor. Then the administrator, executor. And here also there was a term called probate. I explained what is probate. Okay. Now we move on to customers attorney. Power of attorney, we were discussing that. And also we discussed what is retail banking. Am I right? We stopped with retail banking.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What is retail banking? Retail banking, it is also called consumer banking. Whatever banking services that a bank provides to the customers directly, the normal banking facilities, that is called retail banking. Large number of customers will be there. I mean, number of transactions are very large. It is mass banking because large number of customers are involved. So many transactions take place, but the value involved, the money is only a little, a low. Okay. Then benefit of diversification of risk, standardized products, retail banking services. These are the various facilities factors affecting retail banking. Then we discussed about the asset based products provided by the retail bank. What is an asset? Which are the asset for the bank? I told you the loans that the bank provides to the customers, that is considered as the asset of the bank. Asset of the bank. And the deposits that they receive from the customers, they are considered as the liabilities. So here we are talking about Asset-based products. That means the types of loans that they provide. Auto loans, home loans, education loans, consumer loans for purchasing household goods, personal loans, credit cards. These are the various types of loans. Then, fee-based products. There are fee-based products. That is, by doing this, they get fee. Selling the insurance policy, mutual fund, investment advisors, wealth management services. When the banks provide all these, the bank will earn a certain amount of fee. The bank collects fees. So that is fees-based products. Then value-added services. Value added services means the safe deposit lockers, depository services, bank assurance products. When they provide these services, they'll get income out of this also. They'll charge income for giving safe deposit lockers, depository services, etc. Okay, so this is another way the banks make money other than the main income, which is the interest. These are the different ways the income is generated by the bank. Now, there is miscellaneous services. Other services. Other than these services, what are the banking services provided? Issue of draft. Issue of draft. It is one kind. Electronic remittances. That is online transfer of fund. One can transfer money using the applications, bank applications in the phone. Okay, so that facility is called, and there are various facilities, various ways, NEFT and RTGS, NEFT and RTGS. Then collection of check, collecting check. These are the other services other than the banking services, the miscellaneous services provided by the banks. Renting out lockers. The lockers are given, rent out. Safe custody. Most of them are similar to the earlier points, but still they are included in the miscellaneous services also. And safe custody services, collection of tax from customers on behalf of the central government. The central government will give the duty to the bank to collect tax from the customers. So the collection of taxes from customers on behalf of the central government. Then purchase or selling of shares in the stock market. Stock market. See, I told you when the companies, see, what are companies? Companies are registered under the Companies Act 2013. See, these companies, when they want to expand, did I tell you this? They want to expand their company, their business. So for that, they require more money. Okay, more money. So what the company do is the company will divide its the capital requirement into different shares. If this is the capital, they'll divide the capital into shares. These are the different shares. Okay, this is just a pictorial representation. That is not the share, but still their capital is divided into units, several small units, and that is called shares. And what the company do is the company will sell their shares to the public. I remember I told you this. So the normal public, what they do, they buy the share. You give money to the company, they give you the share. Share means a portion, the normal meaning of share. Okay, so they give you the share and you give money to the company. By collecting that money, that is the capital. What you give as the money for the share, that is the capital. It is this way that they collect the capital. Okay, and by purchasing the share, the normal public, they are also becoming the owner of the company. And what is the benefit that the public gets? The investor? The investor gets profit. Whatever profit the company makes, that will be distributed among the investors. The profit will be distributed among the public. Now, what is the stock market? It is a market where the companies sell their shares. The market, the normal market, the meaning market, the market where the companies purchase or sell their shares. The sale or purchase of shares take place. That is the stock market. Okay. And on behalf of the customers, and later on, if you all have purchased shares of my company, later on, if you feel that you don't want to continue as a shareholder, so you can sell it. Suppose Alan has a share. Alan don't want to continue. So what Alan do? Alan will sell the share and Pavitra will buy it. Okay. So likewise, the investors can also resell the shares. All these takes place in the stock market, and this resale, this can be helped by the bank. Banks can resell it on behalf of its customers, or they can purchase for the customers. The banks will do the purchase and sale of shares. Please switch on the video, everyone. Nestle, please switch on the video. I haven't seen you today. Pavitra, please switch on. Okay, so that is purchasing and selling of shares or bonds in the stock market. Then next is offering net banking, mobile banking, phone banking. What are they? They are all very familiar terms nowadays. What is this net banking, mobile banking, phone banking? Krishna Kanti, tell me, what are these?
I'm paying money through internet to phones.
Very good. You're right. The money transfers, your online transactions, the payment that takes place with the help of internet, with the help of phone. That is phone banking. Or all these are the same only. Mobile banking means with the help of a mobile device, mobile phone. Net banking with the help of internet. So banking, when you do it with the help of internet through electronic devices, it is called net banking, mobile banking, phone banking, any term. So these are all the other kind of services provided by miscellaneous services provided by the bank. Now, offering standing instructions to facilitate facilities to customers for periodic payment of insurance premium, etc. Standing instruction. I had told you in this class before what is standing instruction. Remember? It's okay if you have forgotten, no problem. But try to recollect. Standing instruction. What is that? Standing instruction. Yes, Krishnamuni? Do you want to try? Try. It's okay if you go wrong. No problem. Don't know? Okay, it's okay. I'll tell you. Standing instruction means definitely it is a type of instruction from the word itself. We are instructing the bank. Suppose I have taken a loan. Okay. Myself have taken a loan. And I promise the bank that I will repay it every month as 5,000 rupees every month. 5,000 rupees every month I will repay. Okay. And what I do is I give the bank standing instruction that every month on 1st of every month I receive my salary, and out of the salary automatically you deduct this 5,000 automatically. So that is the standing instruction given to the bank. So automatically every month without my knowledge, even without informing me, what the bank do? The bank will correctly cut this amount. Understand? And similarly, if I want to pay my Asianet broadband bills, every month I need to make the payment of this bills. So what I do? I tell the bank, I give the bank the instruction. The standing instruction is given to the bank. Bank on every 10th, every month 10th, I have to pay my Asianet broadband bills. So please take it from my account and give it to Asianet. So that is a standing instruction. So correctly, the banks will deduct the amount on the correct date. Automatically, it will get deducted from our bank account. You understand? Similarly, anything, insurance, whatever payments you want to do, okay, if the instruction is given to the bank will do it on the right time correctly. That is standing instruction. Now, next is purchasing or selling of foreign currencies. The exchange of foreign currency. We know currency of one country can be exchanged with the another. So, this purchasing and selling of foreign currencies is done by the banks. We can, with the help of banks, we can exchange the currencies. That is purchase or selling of foreign currencies. So that was all about retail banking. Retail banking, various types of loans, fee-based services, value-added services, miscellaneous services. Retail banking. Retail banking means the banking services provided by the bank to the customer. So we know that the customers, numerous transactions takes place. Several, all of us have bank account now. So there will be large number of customers and numerous transactions take place. That's why it is called mass banking. So that is all about retail banking. Now next we move on to wholesale banking. What is wholesale banking? This R is still 2 to 250. Okay. The wholesale banking services. Wholesale banking services are offered to the government agencies, the banking facilities, the banking services provided by the bank to whom? To government agencies, pension fund, and other institutional customers, and to corporations with a strong balance sheet and sound income statements. That means well expanded, flourished, big, huge companies, corporates, as well as the government companies. So all the banking services, the dealings between the bank and the government or other institutions, institutional customers or corporations. Corporations with strong balance sheet means they are all highly established, well flourished corporates, big companies, huge companies. So such banking services are called wholesale banking services. Retail means what? You know the concept of wholesale shop and retail shop, isn't it? From the wholesale shop, what is wholesale shop and retail shop? The retail shop, they buy it. Yes, Krishnamurti, what is the matter? Scratching your head. What happened?
Nothing, ma'am.
Not following? Am I confusing you?
And the banking, wholesale banking only. That's all.
Wholesale banking. Okay. See, retail banking means the normal public, we all. Okay, we are the customers. The bank providing the banking services to us, the normal people. That is called retail banking. Wholesale banking means the bank providing banking services to the government. Going top, government agencies. Is government the normal people like us? No, they are all organization, government agencies, the pension fund means that is all related to government, pension fund and other institutional customers, institution, not the normal public. Other than that, the big corporates, big companies. So banking services provided to them, that is called wholesale banking services. Clear now? Now, what does these services include? These services include cash management. Cash management, management of cash. Definitely, the government will also need to manage their cash. So, government agencies, the cash management, equipment leasing. Equipment leasing. That means equipment leasing means taken for rent, giving for rent. So, equipment leasing, huge machinery, huge equipments given for lease for using for some time, and later on after that they'll have to return it. So equipment leasing, you just have to understand the terms: cash management, equipment leasing, large sum loans, loan syndication, merchant banking. Just understand these words. So next, see the next sentence: the major difference between the retail banking, wholesale banking. What is that? The retail banking is related to the normal public. At the same time, the wholesale banking is related to the large corporate companies, businesses. Retail banking means to the individual customers, we, the normal people, the individual customers, whatever we, the normal people, me, you, all get the services from the bank. That is all retail banking. But the huge companies, big companies, they'll also have dealings with the bank. Company, we already discussed company accounts, partnership firms, businesses having account with the bank. That is all wholesale banking. Understand? Wholesale banking. Naveen Jobi, you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is the difference between retail banking, wholesale banking?
Wholesale bank is for government and big cooperative
Very
companies,
good.
and
Yes.
retail banking is for normal people.
Yes. Right. Right. Yes. So that is it. Now, let us discuss what are the services. Which are the services? Cash management services. Okay. Cash management services. Immediate payment products. NEFT, RTGS. NEFT, you should know the full form. National Electronic Fund Transfer. Please take down the full form. You will be asked to expand NEFT. National Electronic Fund Transfer. RTGS, Real Time Gross Settlement. Real Time Gross Settlement. Okay. NEFT, RTGS, very important for banking. Okay. Shall I continue? Long-term loans. Earlier, short-term loans was given in this page. Short-term loans means the loans for short period of time, that is less than 1 year. Short-term, long-term. We know the terms: long-term assets, short-term assets, fixed assets, which is for more than 1 year. That is long-term. Short-term means loans within a year, repayable within an year. The finance requirements for a period of 1 year or less than 1 year. That is short-term. Long-term means for more than a year, maybe 5 to 7 years, 5 to 10 years. These are all long-term. Okay. Next is Project finance. Project finance means if suppose a company wanted to start a project, okay, so they require huge investment. Crores and crores are required. Such for particular project, for starting a particular project, the loans provided, the financial aid provided by the bank. Project finance. Recently, you know what is happening with Kitex. Kitex is leaving here and going to Telangana. They are going to start business there. For that, they need huge requirements. You might have came to know from the newspapers. Cross investment. So such huge corporations, they require huge amounts. Leveraged lending. Leveraged lending means giving finance to buy assets. To buy the assets, and we keep this assets as security. That is leveraged lending. Leveraged lending. Then syndicated lending. Syndicated lending means if huge amount of finance is required by a business, a company, the banks will join together, and 2 or 3 banks together they'll give the amount. Suppose it is a huge investment, huge amount. So only one bank alone will not do this, will not take this risk. So 2, 3 banks together, they join together and give banks. I mean, they give funds to the business. So that is called syndicated lending. Okay. So project finance, leveraged lending, syndicated lending. Now, these banks, they can give loans in local currency or in the foreign currency. They can use the local currency, or they can also give loans in foreign currency. Next is issuing letter of credit. Letter of credit. We'll learn this all in the upcoming chapters. Letters of credit, letter of credit. Then foreign currency transactions are also carried out by the banks. Okay, so that is all about wholesale banking. So wholesale banking means the banking facilities provided to the government corporations, pension fund, or other huge corporations, companies. Okay, and which are the way? What do they do? The facilities offered to them. What are the kinds of facilities? Cash management services, NEFT, RTGS. They are the immediate payment products. Immediately, if you want to transfer money from one place to another, this transfer of money can be either the electronic fund transfer. It takes place either as through NEFT or RTGS. It is the payment modes, the transactions. Okay, the payment, those that helps to do payment, exchange. Short-term financial aids, long-term financial aids, project finance, leveraged lending, syndicated lending. So these are all related. These are all the facilities by wholesale banking. Wholesale banking. Then the banks will give loans not only in the local currency, they can give in the foreign currency too. So foreign currency transactions are done. Letter of credit. See, letter of credit means suppose there is an importer and an exporter. Okay, importer and an exporter. So if suppose importer found an exporter, I mean the importer want to import goods from outside. Export means outside India. Okay, and they are both unfamiliar, strangers. This importer doesn't know this exporter. Both of them are strangers. So what does the importer do? This is A and B. A is in some other country, and I'm sorry, B is in some other country, A is in India. They are completely strangers, and A wish to buy goods from B. So B, how will B agree to this? B doesn't know A. How will B trust A? Okay, so what A do is A will go to his bank and inform the bank, dear bank, I want to purchase these many goods from B. So please help me. Uh, how will I give the payment to B? I will definitely make the payment to B, but not now, later on. So bank will say, okay, don't worry, I will prepare a letter of credit. It is a letter regarding the details of the credit. Okay, a letter will be prepared. This letter prepared by the bank of A, that will be given to B. It is another form of bank guarantee. But this bank guarantee, if it is related to the international trade, when it comes to international trade, it is called letter of credit. So bank is guaranteeing, don't worry A, you give this letter to B. In case you make any default, I will pay B. You get me? That is letter of credit. Okay. That's it about retail banking, wholesale banking. Okay. Let me take the attendance, please. Let me see. I'll take a picture. Okay, see? 15 were there. Some, not 15, almost 12, 13 were there. Okay, anyways, I'll see to it. Okay, now I'm moving to the deposit accounts, which are the various types of deposits available for the customer. Okay, deposits, or do we want to continue in the next session? What do you say? Okay, we'll continue. We'll take this topic in the next session.